I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today are two gentlemen from Trigg Minerals, Timothy Morrison, the chairperson, and I've also got a chief geo here, Jono. Guys, how are you?
Good, thanks, Shae.
Only one stubble on the intro. I didn't do too bad for this time of the day. All right, let's talk. You guys have got some really exciting projects underway, and there's also been a rapid transformation of Trigg Minerals. I'm going to start with you. Tell me what's been happening with Trigg lately.
So it's been an incredible last 12 months. 12 months ago, Trigg was a developer of an SOP project. The SOP industry has really struggled in Australia to develop.
I'm going to stop you there. What is SOP for everybody who's new to that?
It's a good question. I have no idea. Sulphate of potash, so it's a fertilizer product. We came in to Trigg Minerals and brought in a gold project in Queensland, the Drummond Gold Project, which we've since drilled, and we've added to the portfolio of projects through the acquisition of antimony gold projects in New South Wales. It's been an incredible period, a rapid transformation, and we've experienced a appreciation in the share price. So.
Yeah, it's fantastic news. Now, I love talking to geos at these events because this is where you get the real story of what's happening. So obviously, you've been brought onto the company just recently. What attracted you to these projects?
Well, it's the space.
Oh, it's the space. It's the size of it?
It's just that I was in the antimony game a couple of years ago in another vehicle, and really the timing wasn't right back then. And then, of course, matters unfolded with the Chinese, and we've seen the price respond from 13,000 to about 38,000. And we just happen to be in the right place, right time to just take full advantage of that price rise.
So we have a long, passionate antimony advocate over here. We've got a transformation into gold projects in Queensland. Tell me, was that a strategic decision?
I was involved with the projects privately. Trigg Minerals were looking to diversify away from full exposure to SOP. So, I think there was a meeting of minds between Trigg and myself. Drummond is in the middle of an incredibly rich gold district. Queensland, we think, is overlooked in terms of gold assets. So we thought there was a real opportunity to bring that asset to the ASX, and that's been vindicated.
It has. I actually think Queensland is a fantastic place to be right now. Do you have much experience exploring in Queensland?
Well, believe it or not, I reviewed these assets many, many years ago, almost 2 decades ago. So,
really?
Yeah, I've had a lot to do with Drummond. And,
so you're quite familiar with the project?
Quite familiar with the area. And likewise with the antimony projects that we picked up. Again, very familiar with these projects.
So should we nerd out over the antimony for just a little bit, seeing as this metal's finally having its moment in the spotlight? What is so important about antimony?
Well, what's so important about it is really the new, uses.
New uses.
So we're looking at the antimony battery, which I don't think anybody here has really spoken about.
I haven't heard a word about that, actually.
That's a story. And the other thing is, of course, the antimony is having a lot of use in solar cells. So about 20% of the market is now being redirected into solar panel production. So, yeah, that's the growth space. Like everybody else in the critical mineral space, it's all connected to green energy, and the future is looking pretty rosy at this point in time.
Jono, I think you've just given me a little bit of an exclusive, because antimony and battery are the first time I've heard those words put together. Could you elaborate on what that actually is?
Okay, well, there's the what they call the molten salt battery, and the antimony is a key component in that battery. I think it's forming the cathode from memory, and in essence, the beauty of the antimony battery is that if you know anything about solar energy, wind energy, it's very spiky, right? And we can't put it straight into our grid. And in fact, we do put it straight into our grid, but the reason why our grids are running full tilt all the time is because that's the only way we can handle the spikiness.
Okay.
So what happens is you put an intermediary in between, i.e. the molten salt battery, and in goes the spiky, and out comes lovely smooth energy, and it allows us to turn our power plants down, and hopefully our bills will lower as a consequence.
That is incredible. I've never heard that before. Thank you so much for telling me about that.
I better be right.
I hope so too. I'll be running this one up the chain, I can assure you. Obviously, we've got 2024 is nearly done. You've had a rapid, huge transformation in the last 18 months. What comes next for Trigg next year?
So right now we're waiting for assays from a recent drill program in Queensland. So they'll be exciting, and they'll really govern what we do next in Queensland, and we're bedding in all the acquisitions we've made in New South Wales. New South Wales will be our key focus for 2025, building community relationships, gaining access to the land, and starting to explore and develop. In the middle there somewhere is a expansion of our existing mineral resource base. And Jono can talk about that.
So one of the most exciting things really for the company is that, one, we picked up our maiden ground, which was Taylor's Arm, which is loaded full of historical mines that produce 25% to 55% plus antimony grade. But further to that, we picked up the Wild Cattle Creek deposit, which is 15,600 tonne of antimony metal at 2.56%. So it's actually the highest grade undeveloped antimony. Oh, goodness me, I get tongue tied on that one all the time. Mine in Australia. And we're doing a mineral resource restatement, and that is due imminently. And I think once that comes out, I think people will be very surprised.
Oh, that sounds terribly exciting. So basically what I'm hearing is there is a bumper 2025 ahead, but we can't go into too much detail right now.
News.
All right, so everybody keep an eye on Trig Minerals, ticker TMG. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Keep an eye on Trig. Big things ahead in 2025. Gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me stand under the shade as well.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.